So it's finally that time of the day where I get to come out and do a session. We're currently training from home, and for those of you who are in my situation, you also have kids at home, and it can be quite hectic to get time alone to do the things that you enjoy doing. So I'm at that point now where it's taken me 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon to get out here. So I'm really excited about this session, so I want to jump on YouTube and share it with you. I'm going to be doing some deadlifts and some other accessory works to really blow up the legs. That's going to be today's focus. So let's do today's session and get into it.
These Thundercats and whippersnappers playing my old song shit. I'm like an OG, that's what they told me. Cause I've been putting records out back since 03. Black Mamba Kobe, you can't hold me. I got a single on some wax, it's cold, you know me.
So before I get into my deadlift work, I always like to make sure that I warm up. I've talked about this so many times before, but it's from past mistakes that I've made that have really made me more self-conscious and really aware on making sure that I am stretching my body and pumping blood into the muscle before I actually get into the heavy lifting. So I really highly recommend doing that before you do any of your sessions, whether it's a deadlift to like even bicep curling. Make sure that your body is prepared first. And the crowd goes wild.
Come and tangle, boy, you get mangled. 2-step, 4 squares, I got all the angles. Hopping in the jungle, grinding like lines and bangles. Al and I flow, cross them over, breaking them angles. You know that I ain't having that, this my natural habitat. Good with the green, got sacks like a quarterback. You can call it Mike Vick, hit you with a nice stick, grab you like a choke hoe.
So far I have warmed up to 100 kilos. I'm feeling pretty good today. Which is dangerous because normally when I'm feeling good in the gym, I get quite carried away because these times don't come as often as what I would like, because you know, things like stress, kids, body tightness, not enough sleep. There's so many factors that can really interrupt your session and make it a really bad day. So today isn't one of those days, even though I've had a lot coming against me. I just feel good. So let's see what happens. Let's just work up to something heavy.
All we wanna do is turn up. Living fast, we never burn out. All we ever did was turn out on the wall.
So Jamie said, let's stop at 140 because we've worked up to 140 now. And then I was like, I feel like I've got 150 in me. So I've just done 150 and it worked pretty well. It looked okay. I just feel like there's more in there. I feel like we should go up.
You're going off program.
Which I never do. Often. Let's just I'll never feel like this. Let's just YOLO and just see what's in there. Yeah. Sometimes it's just good to see what you're capable of.
You want to break the rules.
I want to break the rules. I'm feeling it. I'm vibing. Alright, so we're gonna do it. Alright, stop it, let's do it.
Working on the flag, hold up, let me get it. Every single opportunity that I be getting, I'm killing no matter the negativity, man. I be spending every minute, cause I'm solely dedicated to just winning, pinning our competition. I can really
Now 165 kilos for me is a PB. I haven't done this before. I've done 160 kilos for 2, so in my mind I was like, I've got this. Anyway, my ego got to me and I put 165 kilos on the bar and I lifted it, I got it up, however, my form broke down. I'll play this back for you to take a look. What basically happened is I got it off the ground, but then as I came up, it traveled away from my body, and then I had to bring it back in, but as I brought it back in, my upper back collapsed, and then I had to push my hips forward to try and get it up, and then it was just like an absolute struggle. I was just getting caught on my thighs, and it was really uncomfortable, and it just did not look pretty. It did not look pretty. I did get it up, but in my opinion, if I'm gonna lift and I'm gonna do a big lift, I don't want to be injuring my body in the process and making it look completely like a different lift, because that looked like I don't know what that was, but look, I'm proud that I got it up, but I know I can do better. It's something that I'm going to work on in the future, is just maybe going a little bit lighter than that and really nailing that form. So that's really important for me, and that's something that's a personal goal that I want to work towards, just smashing a big weight with great form. So where do you go from here? best thing is to not get emotional about it and let it hurt your ego and get down and be like, I'm not lifting anymore, or I'm not deadlifting anymore, screw this. You don't want it to completely put a dent in your motivation. You want to reassess, so look at your form, look at the areas that you're weak in and need to work on. So for me, I'm gonna back it down now and do some lighter rep work to put in that work, because you can't have a big deadlift if you don't put in the volume and the pre-work that comes with it. It's not just about going in the gym and just lifting heavy all the time. That is not how you get stronger. And that's a big realization in this lifting world that you have to understand when it comes to progression. So make sure that you are having a plan in place that's going to allow you to get stronger over time, and don't ego lift all the time. Ego lifting is fun, and I am probably the biggest culprit in the past for being like that. Even now, sometimes I get a bit ahead of myself. But yeah, just bring it back down, come back to earth and put the work in, and maybe in a couple of weeks time from now, put it to the test again. So it's a patient game, and you just gotta learn how to play it. So you'll notice today I'm doing sumo deadlifts, and it's not uncommon for me to use a sumo as my main lift. I do conventionals, but I use it as a secondary movement to help strengthen my main work, which is my sumo. Everyone's different, but for me, my levers, like my legs are quite short, and I have quite a fair amount of power through my quads. So I've always stuck to sumo because that's what's more comfortable personally for me. There's no right or wrong. You have to do what suits your body and what suits you. So yeah, I choose to do a sumo when I deadlift, and then conventional because that's also important for back strength, just as a secondary movement.
Team will be pressing on the motherfucking gas pedal.
Now that my main deadlift work is done, so my strength work, I'm going to do my hypertrophy work. This is what I call power building. This is really how I train, to be honest, most of the time. You get the best of both worlds. You get to be strong and then also build the physique that you want to have. And both of them work hand in hand, because, you know, having stronger muscles is going to give you a stronger lift. So I really believe in power building, to the point where I've even released a program with power building, which is actually available on the Sweat app if you want to go check it out. So now I'm going to move into my hypertrophy work. This is all just going to be to pump some blood into the lower body and just pump up the reps.
Now there ain't nothing to it, go ahead and bring Goliath on. Ain't no giant, I ain't gon' fire on. Catch a fade, you I'm wrong, I'm gone. Y'all can catch the wave that I am on. I am icon, y'all are wide wrong. Think that I'm a reconcile bond, so ain't nothing to it though. This is on me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Keeping it true to form 10 L's into a milli though. But they already knew that those farewell to your opinions, know that he is something. This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that though. Here we go. I'ma show you who I am unbreakable. I don't think you understand.
So that is my session done. I'm feeling pretty worn out, but thank you for tuning into today's session. I hope this really motivates you for when you do get back at it, or if you do have equipment at home, that you can just take some of the stuff that I've put out today and just do it yourself. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. This is going to help support what I do, as well as motivate me to keep bringing out all of this content for you, because at the end of the day it is for you, and I want to help where I can and make sure that I'm putting out something that is going to make a difference. So thank you again. Drop a comment if you like what you saw today, and I'll catch you on the next video.
This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah, keeping it true to form, but they already knew that.